Have your Facebook posts ever been declined or rejected? Or are you just trying to add value to the community? If this is happening more and more often, and it recently happened to me. Now, stick around until the end of the video to find out exactly what happened and how this all played out. With that said, recently I made a video about preparedness mistakes, specifically for a Facebook group that I belonged to. Now, before this gets dark, I want to make sure you understand that I will do everything in my power to lean toward this video that it's less about venting and more about a broader lesson like how prepper communities can support creators or turning rejection into opportunity. Now, I'm going to make it upbeat. When I talk about my experience, I'm going to try and stay productive. I'm going to avoid unnecessary beef and still get value out of the effort that I put into this video. To be clear, this is going to be the softest Facebook prepper page hit piece you will find on the internet. So you better buckle up. Now, why is this happening? Well, it's pretty simple. I want to raise awareness. I want to engage all audiences. I want to offer solutions and I want to vent creatively. Okay, so I asked Grok to help me out. It came up with a lot of ways to resolve the situation based on 10 talking points. I'm not going to cover them all because some of them just didn't pertain and AI is sometimes just not that great. But I did this so that I could use this to address the situation with the Prepper Facebook page owner and their admins regarding the video posting or my video posting frustrations. And so Grok told me that I should that when we communicate that we should acknowledge effort. Now, I have invested significant time and energy creating valuable preparedness content for this particular community, aiming to benefit its members and practical insights and knowledge. The video in question required me to find and edit over 30 different images to match what was being said on the video. That's no simple task. That's hours of work. It also said that I should highlight the issue. Now, the group's strict and seemingly arbitrary rules, like a 7-minute video limit, have repeatedly prevented my content from being shared, despite its relevance and quality. And as a side note, my videos have been blocked in this community several times, never stating the reason. It's pretty convenient how that works. It's unfortunately that's the sign of a weak admin, but I diverge. The third point is that I want to point out arbitrary standards. You know, an 8-minute video being rejected solely for exceeding a 7-minute cap feels like a decision lacking common sense, especially when the extra minute doesn't detract from the value provided. Now, I'm going to add a special note in here. You know, I've been emailing with the owner of the page, and he does have a large following. But the owner of the group stated that his admins would watch videos from beginning to end. And I wonder if they counted the intros time that have no value and the outro and even the end screens that have no value. This is a sticking point for me because I don't believe for a second that the videos were watched from beginning to end. I believe that the videos were reviewed, and if the counter showed them to be over 6 minutes and 59 seconds, the admin simply disapproves the video, and thus the community does not see that content. It's kind of a poor way of doing things. But I also want to emphasize community value. Now, my videos are designed to align with that group's mission of promoting preparedness. Yet these rigid rules are stifling contributions that could enrich the community, not just my stuff, but other people's stuff. And the Grok also told me that I should express frustration. So I'm kind of feeling good about that right now. The constant rejection of my work after hours of effort have become discouraging, making me question whether the contributions to this group is even worth my time. Now, I have spoken to the owner, and he appears to be unable to consider constructive criticism, maintaining his position of, quote, but then we're making exceptions for 8 minutes. What about 10 minutes? If we're making exceptions for eight, then why not 15 or 20 minutes? Where do you draw the line? And I'm sure he doesn't even sound, I've listened to him on his podcast. He doesn't even sound like that. So, I mean, he kind of seemed to type angrily, but you can never tell. All right. So another thing is that it's asked me to do is suggest a review process. Instead of automatic rejection based on arbitrary metrics, consider a quick review of content, quality, and relevance, giving creators a fair chance to share their work. Unfortunately, this would put more pressure on the group's admins. And God knows we don't want that to be it. We don't want that to happen. Now, it also asks me to encourage collaboration, and I'd love to work with you, Mark, on and the admins to find a solution that respects the group standards while allowing for meaningful contributions to be posted. And I will elaborate about this shortly because I have a solution, and we've talked briefly about it. And then it also says that I should appeal to leadership. Now, as a group leader, you have the power to adjust these policies to better serve the community. Let's fix this so dedicated creators aren't sidelined by rules that feel more punitive than practical. Now, getting down to brass tacks. Truth be told, Mark, the owner of the group, was nothing but respectful during our email exchange, but there were key points that he failed to address in our email exchange, and they were this. The real problems is that, or should I say, the real problem is that his Facebook page admins are all volunteers and don't have time to watch every second of every video to make sure to a T that the rules are being followed. Mark, I'm retired and sit in front of a PC all day. Do you see what's happening back there? Can you see that? This is what I do all day, brother. This is what I do all day. I offer to be one of your admins, solving your problem. I can even take it to the next level, offering to review only videos. This will take significant pressure off other admins. Unfortunately, I haven't heard back from him yet on this thought that I have. Using my strict YouTube powers of deduction, no matter how much the owner of the Facebook page doesn't want to say it out loud, it's part of his business. And without saying the obvious, I've seen this issue many times in the past. Lastly, there must be a realization that these rules will eventually destroy this page. I've seen it before in other channels. In fact, I've done it myself on other business ventures on both Facebook and YouTube. Mark, you're trying to make things better. And by you tightening your grip, enforcing rules with zero exceptions, you will only drive out your regulars. And that's a guarantee. People will move away from channels that are excessively locked down and search for ones that have a little more free speech, a little bit more levity. Okay, I hope these points balance your frustration with constructive suggestions, addressing addressing what I view as a lack of common sense in the decision making while appealing to the owner's ability to improve the situation. If you have any issues with other Facebook pages, let me know in the comments. I'm positive that other preppers want to know who to avoid. Canadian prepper. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the way out the door because it's free and it's good for me. And as usual, stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.